soup kick. So, hey, might as well christen the space by making one of my most favorite soups that I've ever tasted. But we're gonna make it at home and we're gonna make it more flavorful. So, let's get it. Cheers. Calling all soup people. Yes, you. I know it's about 80-90 degrees outside during the day, but just hold on. We're gonna be making a Zuppa Toscana soup, okay? No more need to go to Olive Garden for the endless breadsticks or whatever, mind you. If you have a little date night, sure, go ahead. But I'm just saying this will serve at least 6 large bowls, and I'm so excited. Let me actually show you the ingredients because I know you see the potatoes in the little corner. Wait, there's more. Let me show you that. And then the whole process. Now, this is day 1. Usually how I like to cook is day 1 is prepping the ingredients, getting them all together, and then calling it a day. Day 2, actually cooking. Back to day 1, also with marinating the meats if that does call for it. We love a good marination for at least 24 hours, at least. You're gonna want 1 large pot. The recipe that I got, it called for 3 large russet potatoes, but since these are kind of smaller and I love me a potato, decided to go with 4. Some garlic minced, heavy whipping cream. I do have broth, but I'm gonna be adding probably a cube or 2 of this beef broth just for more depth. Parsley flakes, Italian seasoning, white pepper. The recipe calls for black pepper, but white pepper pretty much tastes the same. Ground paprika, red pepper crushed, fennel ground, and also just regular salt and garlic powder, which I need to either find or get. I have no clue where I placed it. But continuing, vegetable broth. This particular brand in the box, it does 4 cups. So the recipe calls for 8. That's why I'm going to be doing another 4. So that's why I said I need to add 1 or 2 of these just for flavor. Red onion and kale. Dishes like this get me excited just due to the fact that if I go to a restaurant and I want to recreate something, it's either for a nostalgic purpose or something that's just so dang on good I need to make it over and over and over again. And coming up, there's about 2 or 3 videos I know for sure that I want to make. One is a dip, and another one is a sandwich that I had where I usually vacation. But when it comes to the Zuppa Toscana, I just remember going with my mom to this Olive Garden that always used to be so busy because the chef was so consistent with making their dishes. It was always filling, and I always loved the Zuppa. But now, since I don't consume pork anymore, it's been a few years now, several years actually. It's been a while since I've been able to have it because of the sausage that's in it. So when I found a recipe that includes all of my favorite ingredients anyway, it was just like, why not try it? And if it does taste like it, because there is kale in it, so maybe that is the common denominator in the potatoes, of course. I am excited to try it because for soups and just meal prep in general, the more usage or the more times I can eat it throughout the weekend or the week, I like that. Just due to the fact that soups are super easy, yet super filling, the ones that I make. So I'm very excited to do this. I just know that I don't have the energy today because clearly I am in a silk robe, okay? But after everything is said and done tomorrow, God willing, gonna put this together. And just a tip too, when it comes to soup, the only prep, if you put meat or potatoes, things like that, the most time consuming thing is rendering things down, like the potato, like the onion, and so forth. But other than that, if it's just more like a brothy soup, all you have to do is get it to the correct heat and heat it through, warm it up, and you're good to go. It's really fun for me to experiment and remake things that I know that I love on my own. And I have been cooking for a very long time, but it has been more recently that I have really stepped out in just making the usual dishes that I make throughout the week. I like to add more things to my rotation for meals, and just it's giving me a sense of joy that I have been wanting for a while. So to me, it's more than just cooking for subsistence. It's cooking because it's enjoyment for me. So I hope you like the video. I'm not gonna chatter too much longer. You may hear me doing some things in the process of making the soup, but other than that, I hope you enjoy the montage, and let me know if you actually try it down below. And some tips, if you do try it, share some tips with me, because I will probably just, in the recipe in the description, I will probably say what I would change and so forth, and we'll do a taste test probably on camera if I remember, because I have been horrible at doing that. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we're gonna see. I'm really excited to do this. I kind of, now talking about it, I kind of want to do it now, but I promised myself I would just take a break today, because if you don't watch my vlogs, I have done a lot of transitioning this past couple months, well, this year, because it's already the end of May, but yeah, it has been a lot. So I'm going to utilize this space just to further the content and so forth. So we're going to start here with the food video. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you in the making of the soup and the taste test. See you then.
With the heat, my lord, I got the AC on and everything, but jeez, smells so good in here. Like, fingers crossed that I outdid myself, because when I tell you the stomach is starting to growl a little bit with the process. The hardest thing truly is just chopping up the potatoes. As you saw, I had to switch knives. That long knife is real dull, but now the only process left is to add the kale and the heavy whipping cream. You can use milk as well, and just leave it to simmer in its own ingredients and so forth just for a little bit. But the next portion is just showing that part real quick so you can see how kale kind of cooks down, kind of like a spinach. And then we'll do a taste test later, because this is just a prep for me. I'm gonna be just leaving it on for a little bit, do some self-care in my self-care station here, and then we're gonna do the taste test. Again, hopefully this is fire, so that way I can incorporate it more into my soup repertoire. Taste test, but I'm just gonna be sure, you know. You're just gonna have to see for the taste test at the end, because another thing I like to do too is, whether it be soup or a meal, especially with meat in soups, I like to let it set. Like, I like to let it cool, and then when it's time to actually eat, then go portion it out, heat it up, and so forth. It just makes it more robust to me. So we're almost done. I'm gonna just add the heavy whipping cream, stir that up, see what it looks like, and then turn it off. And then in a few hours, it's Grubhub time, okay? Let's do it.
This is definitely in rotation. Like, when I tell you, this is identical, like identical to Olive Garden's Zuppa. Like, I'm reeling. I can't. And I thought that the sausage made the soup all these years. No, it's the kale and the potato. Also, I think with the fennel, because normally I don't cook with fennel. It's just like, who thinks of fennel? But yeah. Yeah. I'm about to go to enjoy this because I'm about to stuff my face. So, try this. Please try this. Oh my God. 100 out of 10. 100. I'm speechless to the fact how delicious this is. And I have gone years without having it. Not again. Never again. Yep. Make it yourself, and until the next one, take care.